signals, goes back to throw. Now looks to take off and run. Elway inside the 10 and dives over the foul line. What a great play. Great play by John Elway. Just phenomenal.
Check swing roller. Tulowitzki. Colorado's the National League champion.
Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic knocks it down. His foot was on the line. A two-pointer. What a shot.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to week 2 of Talkin BS. I'm your host, Steven Zamora. You can follow me on Twitter at ZamoraBSB. Go ahead and go follow at BoxDayBoys303 as well for any content updates, anything going on with this channel. It's all under the Box Day Boys umbrella. So all day I spent making this video I'm about to show you guys. It's just basically a weekly recap. We actually had 5 games this week, 5 and 7. Like, that's wild, man. That's really wild. So, you know, it's great as a basketball fan, as a Nuggets fan, to have so many games in one week. As somebody who's trying to get started in this whole content thing, it was rough. So I've been spending all weekend doing this, trying to get this video for you guys so that, you know, you guys will enjoy it and stuff. I basically put together all the, you know, coolest clips from the week, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So there you go.
Once again, right into the teeth of the Denver defense, and that shot got swatted out of bounds.
Because they're good offensive movements that's leading to those shots.
Boy, Brown got a running start on his way to the rim. He passed up the 3, saw nothing but space, then gets clipped. Murray, pressured by Dort, backdoor cut, and Jokic beats it with that left-handed flick. Supposed to get that kind of bounce. Dort has to tap it out to Holmgren, who stays on the floor. Almost lost his balance. Nice cut, but there is Aaron Gordon on the floor. Almost lost his balance. Nice cut, but there.
I know that because I missed 25 in my whole career.
You can overthink it a little bit.
Absolutely. So just to really kudos to him for knocking that shot down.
Holmgren fumbled it. It's an odd man rush for Denver. The lob, and Watson, who's his first time ever in the U.S. And there is going to be an acclimation period. Reggie Jackson led that the whole way on the pass. Sets it up, and Brown's got some hops.
Nuggets coming off a 33-point road win at Oklahoma City. As Gordon works his way inside and puts it in. Probably knows him pretty well now. The Nuggets switch. Falls down. Peyton Watson's got it. Switch. Markkanen. Falls down. Peyton. Both teams struggling here late in the period. Abaji. Murray stripped it. Murray blocked it. Off Abaji out of bounds. Wow. Peyton Watson. Nope. And Najee. Oh, Zeke Najee. He's doubled. Cross it over to KCP. Not that time. Christian Brown had it. He's got it again. Bounce pass to Gordon is brilliant. Reggie Jackson, little floater in the lane. That's no good. Ball bounces out. Porter on the dribble drive. Bounce it. Great pass. And Gordon with the reverse.
And taking it to the basket. Pull the defense to you.
good pickup for the Utah Jazz. And Christian Brown straight away. Got it! That's big too.
Towns taking his time. Now on the attack, leaves it for Gobert. Driving, blocked by Gordon. And Jokic leading the break. Missed everything. Conley running over to Edwards. Edwards down the lane! Hammer time!
Rudy's got to step up. You got to veer back to Jokic. Take away that shot.
Murray got the lane. Back-to-back field goals from Murray, and Chris Finch has seen enough. Milton, left hand, blocked off the window. Curious whether or not that hit the backboard first. Strawther deep three, rattles it home.
Their bench will be key this year. They lost Bruce Brown, lost Jeff Green. They got some good young talent. Murray turns, shoots, misses. Naji right there. Naji's going to have perhaps a bigger role this year. Very motivated young man. Ball deflected. Another turnover. Kyrie Irving finds Josh Green. Fumbled it. Oh, block. Beautiful block by Watson. Kyrie Irving finds Josh Green. Fumbled it. Oh, block. Beautiful block by Watson. Jokic catches it, puts up the three. Count it at the buzzer. That's the way to answer. Little double clutch. Jokic tips it away, leads the break, pushing up the floor. Finds the open man, the trailer. Starting five out there for Denver. Doncic guarded by Porter. Porter making him work. There's some contact there. Doncic thought he got hit. Nuggets looking to bounce back after their first loss of the season. Jokic has Doncic on him. These two great players. Another gorgeous pass to Gordon. And the Nuggets will slow it down. Jokic cuts to the basket, sidestep, and a foul.
He's better than me right now. that's one of the things.
He's had some great games. He learns that some nights it's going to be brutal. And Jokic flips it up and in.
Murray with it. Murray in a hurry. Oh. Gordon under to Jokic. Good look. Unselfish play. Aaron Gordon. He had the wide open three. In the lane. Lay it up. He couldn't finish it. Christian Brown on the run. Nuggets trying to get back on track here. They led by 7 at one point. Now, Michael Porter cranks up the three, and he hits. Nuggets needed that. Jokic singled up. Jokic around everybody. And fouled. 119-99. Nuggets trying to run it out here. Finish on a high note. Pickett for three. Everybody shooting. Pickett drops it in.
Welcome back for segment 2. Thank you so much. If you guys really like that video, please go like, subscribe, hit me up on the channel, man. It really will help a lot. Please go and tell your friends. Word of mouth is like the biggest thing. This is honestly like a dream. If you guys like that video, I'm going to be doing one of those every week, because not every week we're going to have 5 big games in 1 week. Show some love for it. Another topic I wanted to kind of bring up was the weekend full. The Nuggets went 6-1. It was a good week for us. From what I understand, it has to do a lot with the in-season tournament. They didn't want to give any teams, and I thought this was a great idea. No teams are coming off of back-to-backs when they're playing in the in-season tournament, right? Every team going into the games are going to be fresh, so they do have a very high priority on these games. It comes with repercussions, right? You get a little bit more of a compressed schedule, and you have to deal with those sort of things. Nobody has more than 15 back-to-backs throughout the schedule anyway. I think everybody is between 13 and 15, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty balanced out there. So, we can't complain. I personally, I love the idea of just like getting those back-to-backs out of the way early in the season. That way it gets the guys in shape, right? They go in and they have to immediately get used to the drog, the fight of the season, right? They have to get their bodies in tune, and everybody looks good. There's some moments where guys get tired or whatnot, but that's just the human condition, right? Everybody's going to get tired if you have to go and play 2 grueling basketball games in 2 nights, So nobody has gotten hurt, and it keeps the in-season tournament fresh. It keeps everybody fresh for the tournament games, for the important games. So, I think it's a good idea. Also, I wanted to bring this up because I haven't been able to talk about it yet, really. James Harden was traded at the beginning of the season. I think at the beginning of this week, as a matter of fact. Seems so long ago. He's going to make his debut tonight or tomorrow against the Knicks. New York gets their first crack at James Harden and the Clippers. Of course, the Clippers get a good player out of this, right? I mean, as much as I don't like him, like Harden might be my least favorite player in the entire league, but I acknowledge like he's still one of the, I don't know, maybe like top 30 players, top 40 players maybe in the league. He's a very, very good guard. He can score with the best of them. Double-digit assists or near double-digit assists, I think, last year. It's a great guard to have, especially with the likes of Kawhi and Paul George. The biggest issue is going to be ball control, like who's going to have the ball most of the time. From what it sounds like, James really still thinks like it's going to be his team, that they kind of should be building around him. We'll see how it goes at the end of games, especially tonight. I'm definitely keeping my eye on that because I want to see who really is controlling the ball at the end of the game. Let's not front, man. James Harden wanted to go to LA because Steve Ballmer is the richest owner in the league, and he thinks he's going to get paid by him. So that's basically why he wanted to go there. Somewhat of a win for the Clippers, I think, on paper, right? On paper, as Nuggets fans, we all know how that works. But on paper, it does make them better technically. Kawhi is a legendary closer. He is cold-blooded as they get. As long as the Clippers keep the ball in Kawhi's hands at the end of games and don't let James or, maybe even Paul George kind of mess that up, they're going to be fine. We'll see how it comes in the playoffs. I still think Denver has a huge advantage over them. I think mentally they own them basically. Now, the other interesting part of this trade is they did get PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker's not that good though. He's not going to make a big difference or anything like that, but it does help in that potential matchup. They can throw Zubats as like a guy just roaming if they want to, even though he's not like a great shot blocker or anything, but he's got some size, and they could throw PJ on Yoke. They also have Mason Plumlee. So, you got 3 guys out there who have the size and strength and stuff that they can at least not get Chet Holmgren by Nikola. 18 fouls to throw at him. So it makes him a little bit better. On the Philadelphia side, I think a big thing that nobody's really talking about, Philly now has a bunch of wings. Are they going to be effective wings? That's for us to find out. But they do have a bunch of wings now. They didn't have pretty much any wing depth. If you looked at their roster, Kelly Oubre was kind of like their truest wing. Could have thrown Tobias Harris at like some of the bigger wings out there. DeAnthony Mountain's a really good defender, but he's just too small. Now they got Rocco, right? They got Nicholas Batum. They got Morris. They picked up some guys who are, probably more natural 4s right now, but, can play 3. And this is going to be huge for when they go up against like Boston, right? When they have to have guys who defend Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, or, Milwaukee. They had nobody for Giannis. So, now they got some extra bodies. It's basically the PJ Tucker thing for LA, right? You have bodies to throw at these superstars and guys who, might be able to make a play here or there and, make Giannis miss every now and then, make Tatum miss every now and then. Me personally, I really wanted to see Philly try to get, and we'll see, because this is another cool thing that, Philly fans probably have to look forward to. All 3 of the guys that they got have big contracts that are up at the end of the season, right? I I think it's a total of like 30 something, almost $40 million between the three of them, maybe even more. So they're going to have a chance to go and get somebody in free agency. And there's some decent, people out there. They can make a trade at the trade deadline. There's a lot of rumors right now going on about Zach LaVine going to Philadelphia. I personally don't love that fit. I mean, if Harden and Maxey didn't really work out, I don't see why LaVine and Maxey would work out. But that's just me. I think, like I said, I think they should try and look for like OG. I think he would be a great fit. If they went and try to get Pascal, that would be tough. Like that would be Pascal, Siakam, Joel Embiid front court. That might be the best front court in the league for going against Nikola Jokic, for even Giannis or, Tatum or any of those guys, man. Like that's a lot of size, it's a lot of length. Siakam is one of the best defenders in the league. I love Siakam. Siakam's one of my favorite players. I know I probably say that about everybody, but he really is. He's super underrated. He can pass, he can shoot, he can rebound, he can defend with the best of them. He can low post score. He can, take it off the dribble. I mean, catch and shoot. Like he does a little bit of everything, man. He's a really, really, really good player. Philadelphia can convince Toronto to give up Pascal. I think that's a big win for them. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I just thought it was a pretty interesting trade. I'm going to go ahead and call this a win-win on both sides. I just think Philadelphia came out of it a little bit better because they were getting nothing from Harden, right? So to get a couple wing guys who you can throw out there and bother some of these big wings that you're going to have to defend against, I think that's a win. The Clippers, now you get James Harden, but I mean, on paper, he should help your team, at least for the season, until he gets tired of you and wants to go somewhere else. We'll see. This might be the last team that Harden can convince that will take him. So that's really interesting. I want to see how that ends up turning out. And the last thing, oh man, Twitter is such a fucking crazy place. All right. So I don't know if you guys can read that right now, but this is a tweet I had earlier today. So right now I'm at 78,000 views, 730 likes, a shit ton of bookmarks and reposts. Basically what it says, it's the George Karl post. I don't know if you could read it, but it says, have two banners up and tell Melo to come be a part of the number 15 going up twice. The first curtain drops and it's Jokic number 15. The second banner drops and in baby blue and gold it says Jokic number 15 again, and everybody points and laughs at Melo all the way back to the airport to New York. I was talking to the broskies, the other Box State boys. We were all on a chat together, and Oso was like, "Man, if they did that, they should just put up Jokic and Jokic again." And so we went in about, we should have even do a baby blue and gold one. So when it drops, you think it's his and all kinds of stuff like that. Listen, I'm trolling. Obviously, I'm trolling. It was just a joke. People are going nuts over this. My real feelings, if you're asking me how I really feel about Melo, personally, I'm kind of indifferent. I'm not going to lie. If 10 years from now, his jersey's hanging up in the rafters, I'm not going to throw a fit about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, he doesn't deserve it. No. If they chose to never hang his banner or his jersey, I mean, okay. I really would not care. I really don't. Here's the thing. Melo did bring and kind of revitalize Denver Nuggets basketball back. The 90s were terrible, right? Anybody who's been a Nuggets fan or lived in Denver for a while, they know. The Nuggets were absolutely horrendous in the 90s. And him coming back kind of revitalized the whole organization. And that's great. Like, he came back and I mean, to me, his biggest accomplishment here was not even the fact that he went to the Western Conference Finals, right? Because it wasn't his doing. It was Chauncey Billups' doing, right? We had a million teams during his time here that definitely should have made it past the first round, and we never did until we got Chauncey Billups. So I credit Chauncey Billups with that. Let's just be real. To me, his biggest accomplishment was coming in and immediately taking the Nuggets into the playoffs in his first year. We went from being one of the worst teams in the league to making the playoffs in our very first year. That's why I think he should have won Rookie of the Year over LeBron James. Yes, I said it. He should have won Rookie of the Year. But to me, that's his biggest accomplishment. He's up there with the scoring and all-time Nuggets scoring leader. Sure, that's another big one. But other than that, man, like, to me, he just didn't accomplish that much here. I mean, even to me, like, Alex English, right? I had the same argument on there. The Nuggets weren't just like irrelevant for, their entire existence before Melo got here. We had Alex English, right? Alex English is the all-time best scorer through the 80s, right? Had more points than Kareem, had more points than Magic, had more points than Larry Bird. Okay, we had David Thompson. David Thompson was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. We've had guys here. We've had good teams. So just because the 90s were so bad doesn't mean the Nuggets were irrelevant before Melo came. Okay, he came. He got us to the playoffs. We lost. We lost. We lost. We lost. We lost. We made it to the Western Conference Finals one time. That was cool. We lost. So it just, to me, sure, if you want to put him up there, Kroenkes, go ahead. I'm not going to throw a big old fit about it because I understand, right? He did change Denver Nuggets culture. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind if he goes up. That's just my real feelings. If he goes up, he goes up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And at the end of the day, Jokic is number 15 in Denver, Colorado forever. Like, if you put Melo's number up there as 15, it's got to be smaller than Jokic's, or it's got to be different somehow. Like, Jokic is going to have a statue. Like, we should name the city of Denver Nikola Jokic or something. Like, Joel Embiid is basically what Carmelo Anthony was, right? Nowadays, I mean, he does play better defense and whatever. I will give you that. But to Nuggets fans, we know what a guy who just scores a lot and loses looks like. That's why Embiid doesn't move us. We've seen what that does, man. We've seen that whole process, man. Perennial playoff loser over and over again, scores a shit ton of buckets, right? It's just not impressive to us because we see what really matters, right? It's about lifting your teammates up. It's about chemistry. It's about making your whole organization better. And it's resulted in an NBA championship and becoming the 2023 NBA champions. Please, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and like, subscribe. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is a huge deal. I mean, there's been so many videos I go on, or like creators and stuff I'll go and watch because like somebody told me about them, right? So word of mouth is a good one. Just help support the channel, man. Mile high salute. I love you guys. Go Nuggets.